So as many of you know, I love to read. There's my bookshelf, and that's not even, of course, every book I've ever read. I have a Kindle, so there's a lot on there. And then I've given some books away, and of course in college, all of those books didn't keep all of my textbooks and stuff like that. But I love reading. And so a book that I read years ago is called The Four Agreements. And it's by, actually, hold on, I have a little cheat sheet because I didn't want to forget any of them. I think it's Don Miguel. I don't know where it went. Don Miguel Ruiz. Don Miguel Ruiz. And it's just such a simple spiritual book that outlines 4 things you can do to live a life with integrity and sincerity, and to really make things easier on yourself and as a byproduct on others. So please tell me if you've read this book. I'd be interested here. It's a short read, it's a quick read, it's an easy read, it's nothing convoluted or crazy. And I'm just going to do a little quick summary if you're interested. The first thing he mentions is to be impeccable with your word. He says to say only what you mean, to speak with integrity. And I think that's so important because I think a lot of times it's easy to be slanderous or to lie. And so that's something that you may want to practice. He also says to avoid using the word to speak against yourself or gossip about others. Oh my goodness gracious. And I apologize, I have to keep looking down the cheat sheet. It's been so long since I've read this book, but I knew there were gems in here that I wanted to give to you guys. Gossip is something that is so incredibly toxic, but yet it's so surreptitious. You can find yourself getting sucked into it without even knowing, or before you know it, and you're just spiraling down this negative gossip drain. Sorry, my brain, I filmed like 5 videos back to back. I think maybe I've hit a wall, but I'm gonna try to push through because I really want to get these videos ahead of when the power is probably gonna go out from Hurricane Milton. So I'm trying to do stuff in advance. But I have personally found that I have to be so mindful when I'm around people about what I'm saying and how I'm reacting to things that they're saying about other people, so that I don't get sucked into gossip. Because I have in the past, and I always feel disgusting because I know it's just sending negative energy to another person, and nobody deserves that. Because what you send out is gonna come right back. So that's number 1. Number 2 is don't take anything personally. I like how he calls everything, everyone's in their own dream or their own projection of reality. So you don't know what's going on in here, right, for other people. And he says nothing that people do is because of you, which I know you could argue in some instances, well, yeah, I'm the catalyst for X, Y, Z, and maybe. But really, at the end of the day, it's people making their individual choices, and it's so personal to themselves that a lot of people, we're all just trying to figure out our own lives, and so we're living from that perspective. And so why take things personally? Why think that people are thinking about you when half the time they really, truly aren't? Which is liberating in a way. You could either look at it as, oh my gosh, people aren't thinking about me, that's sad. Or you can say, well, thank goodness I'm free to be myself, do my thing. Because really, at the end of the day, it's not personal. Everyone's got their own filter that they're looking through life. They're looking at life through. Basically, you can think of it as like different colored glasses. And so why, if you're looking at your green glasses, and they have red glasses, and you're like, oh, I see it this way, and they say, oh, I see it this way, you're both right. It's just your perceptions. It's your cultural differences, your childhood upbringings, your experiences, and so on and so forth. So don't take anything personally, number 2. Number 3, don't make assumptions. I'm bad about this. A lot of times I will try to jump to conclusions, and I will assume things, and it's never helpful. So it says, find the courage to ask and express what you need and want. Communicate as clearly as you can to avoid misunderstandings. And it says, with just this one agreement, you will transform your life. So don't assume, inquire, dig deeper, and get to the nugget of truth. And the last one, number 4, because there's only 4 agreements, but you only really need 4. I love that he kept it simple. Is always do your best. Your best is going to change from moment to moment. I love that part because it doesn't say, oh, you need to be firing on all cylinders all the time. No. If you're feeling like, kind of like I am right now, or I'm thinking, gosh, my energy's a little low. I've been filming a lot of videos back to back. So this is the best I have at the moment. And that's okay. I may be stumbling over my words. I may have to use a cheat sheet, but I'm doing the best that I can with the energy level that I have and where I am mentally, which is kind of waiting for a hurricane to hit, which puts you in a weird headspace if you've ever been in that situation before where you're anticipating something happening and you just have to wait for it. It says, under any circumstance, do your best and you will avoid self-judgment, self-abuse, and regret. Oh, that self-abuse really gets me because I have had a tendency in the past to just totally berate myself. Self-abuse. Those days are behind me. I've decided it's turning over a new leaf. That's so unnecessary because I wouldn't do it to other people. Why would I do it to myself? So when you're doing your best and you know you're doing your best, regardless of where you're at that day, then you're more likely to not get upset at yourself for where you are at. So those, my friends, I'm going to keep this one short and sweet, are the 4 agreements. Like I said, lovely, quick read, great book. If you do want to read it, he goes into a lot more detail because I don't want to steal his thunder. I want people to actually read his book. But if you, for some reason, don't have time and you need a little Cliff Note summary, then hopefully this video was helpful. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye.